Hello everyone, I'm Anisha. Welcome all of you to my channel, that is virtual classes. So today in this class we are going to summarize, okay, we are going to do your summary of your chapter number 1, that is Geographical Diversity of India. We have already completed this chapter. If you haven't watched the chapter which has been explained in very detail, you can watch, okay, the link is given in the description box. And today the class will be in English, means the explanation will be complete in English. If you want to listen in Hindi explanation, again you can find the link in the description box. And yes, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So let us start. And yes, one more thing I wanted to tell you, in this summary, okay, you will get notes also, means the summary which I have made is in the form of notes, so you can write it down in your notebook, okay, afterwards. And this summary will be helpful in your exam, okay, because it is provided in notes form. You can write it down in your notebook, okay, you can post a video or you can take the screenshot and you can write it down afterwards. And yes, please don't ask for PDF, I cannot provide that, okay. You listen to this class carefully and you can write it down in your notebook. If you write it down, then you will learn more easily, all right, and this will be very much helpful for your exam. So let us start. So in the introduction, see, in this chapter, the name of this chapter is Geographical Diversity of India. So we are going to learn the diversity, that variety of our India, the topography, the terrain, because in India you have got so much of variety, not only on food, not only on culture, even on the climate, even on the type of state we have, even on the geographical location, okay, geographical place. So here in this chapter we are going to learn the geographical features of India. And if you have watched the chapter which I have already explained, you will know that what we have learned, isn't it? Like, we are going to learn about the Himalayas, about the desert, about your western coastlines, isn't it? Amazing coastline. So these are about the islands. So these are the things that we are going to learn. So in introduction, what was given? India is the 7th largest country in the world by area, okay, remember, it is the 7th largest in the country by area wise, all right. And it is the part of the continent Asia and forms the Indian continent subcontinent along with, so this India, okay, our country India is a part of the continent Asia and it forms the Indian subcontinent along with its neighbor. And what are the neighboring countries of India? Pakistan, okay, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Bhutan we have written twice, Sri Lanka and Myanmar, okay. So these are the neighboring country of India, and along with this country India, the entire land, it is known as Indian subcontinent, okay. And India is the biggest of all among these all countries. See, in this map you can see, so India is the biggest, like we have Pakistan here, Nepal here, Bhutan here, and we have Bangladesh here, and we have Myanmar here, isn't it? So these are the neighboring country of India, and comparing to this country, what you can see, our India country is the biggest one, isn't it? In area wise also it is the biggest one, so that is why the name Indian subcontinent is been given. Subcontinent means a small part of a part of the continent, isn't it? A subcontinent. So as it is a part of this Asia continent, the name the subcontinent is been given here, used here, all right. So a famous quote from this space. So in 1984, astronaut Rakesh Sharma described India from space as "Sare jahan se acha," better than the whole world. So see, Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian astronaut to go into the space as well, okay. And when he spoke with the Prime Minister of India during that time, which was Indira Gandhi, and when she asked him how does India look from the space, what was his reply? His reply was "Sare jahan se acha," better than the whole world. I hope you know the poem, isn't it? And this statement shows pride in India's natural beauty and diversity. So this statement which you have given, "Sare jahan se acha Hindustan hamara," it is like that, isn't it? So this statement shows pride about India's natural beauty and diversity. So because in country India you will find so many natural beauty, so many landscape are there, different types of landscape, different types of view you will find, okay, and so much of diversity is there in each and every place, in each and every area you will find some different topography, some different kind of terrain. So that is why India is very diverse, not only in the form of food or culture or people or language, but in its country also, okay, the geographical location also, it is very much diverse. So now what we are going to learn, the major geographical zones of India, okay, this is the detail which you are going to learn in your chapter. And India is divided into 5 main physical regions, and yes, I have tried to cover each and every topic of your book here, okay. So that's why the summary will be little long also, okay. The class you will be little longer, more than an hour of class. Please try to watch till the end because this will be very helpful in your exam. So India is divided into 5 main physical regions. So those are the Great Mountain Zone, the plains of the Ganga and Indus, the desert region, the southern peninsula and the island. Okay, and the southern peninsula we also call it as a Deccan Plateau, and the island that is Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Island. So this is the major topic that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, so one by one we are going to start and see. This is the Himalayan region. See the green part here. Okay, all this green part is the Great Mountain Zones, and the plain, Gangetic Plain, it is here, and the desert region, it is here. Okay, and the southern peninsula, the Deccan Plateau, it is here. It is formed in a shape in a triangular form, and the islands are here, Lakshadweep Island and Andaman and Nicobar Island. So both these island is also a part of India. Okay, it should, whenever you draw India map, you should always draw Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar also. Until and unless you don't draw these two, your map will not be complete. Okay, so this is the map and here its location. I hope it is clear. So natural borders of India. So what are the natural borders of India? So in the northern side you can see Himalayas, like in the map we have seen just now, isn't it? We have Himalayas in the northern side, that is the natural barrier. And yes, because of Himalaya, okay, our country has been saved from the cold Siberian wind. Otherwise what will happen if there were no Himalayas? Imagine if there were no Himalayas, then our country, it will not be like the climate that we are having today. Okay, and it will not be greenery at all. It will be just like a cold desert. Okay, because of the cold Siberian wind which will enter India. But because of Himalayas, it has acted as a massive wall and it is protecting India and not allowing the Siberian wind to enter into the country. Okay, so Himalaya has its own importance. Okay, so this is the natural barrier, and in the west we have the desert, that is the Thar Desert and the Arabian Sea. And in the south we have our Indian Ocean, and in east we have our Bay of Bengal. And yes, please study the map very carefully, the physical map as well as the political map which is given at the end of your book. Okay, because until and unless you don't understand the map, you will not understand whatever we are doing here. If you are clear about your vision, are clear, if you can imagine, if I say Himalayas, if you can imagine, okay, Himalayas in which your side, then only then you'll be able to understand. Okay, and it will be interesting as well. So here, okay, see the same map here. You can see in the northern part we have the Himalayas, in the west we have our desert, isn't it? And the Arabian Sea here, see we have the Arabian Sea, and in the east we have our Bay of Bengal, and in the south we have our Indian Ocean. So these are our natural borders, okay, which is protecting India, and it is also defining the climate as well. So use the physical map of India to identify landforms, mountain, plains, plateau, islands. Color on the map indicates different altitudes, refer to legend keys for elevation level. So the map we have already referred to, okay, physical map, and you also try to understand the map properly, study the map properly, okay, and try to remember the location of any state. If I say where is Mumbai or Maharashtra, where is the state Maharashtra, you should be able to know, okay, which is it exactly, where it lies in our map, okay, and or where is Delhi, or where is northeastern part, where is Manipur. If I say where is Nagaland, then you should be able to know, okay, where is it. So that is why I am asking you to study this map properly, okay, and this is the physical map here, and study this political map also. In political map you will find the states, which it is given in your end of your book, okay, in the last page of your book. So here see these landforms, okay, we have mountains, plains, plateaus, island, okay, and the color, you can see this map is very much colorful, isn't it? And this indicate different altitudes, okay. So you have to refer to the legend or key or whatever it is given according to the map. It is changes according to the map, okay, so you can refer there and you can study. So impact of geography, again, these natural features have shaped, okay, these natural features that we have just now learned have shaped the climate of our country, have shaped the culture, have shaped the history, and have shaped the civilization development. And now let us study about the Himalayas, okay, the mighty Himalayas. The Himalayan mountain range is one of the most prominent and physical feature of India, okay. So our Himalaya, okay, and we should be very proud of it also, because it is acting as a massive wall and protecting us, isn't it? So it is one of the most prominent physical feature of India, the most important one, okay. So it forms as a natural barrier in the north, stretching like a massive wall. So it is from in the northern side, okay, it is protecting our country, and it is stretching like a massive wall, okay, protecting like a massive wall, acting like a massive wall. extends across 2500 kilometer and spans 6 countries. So this Himalayan, okay, it is in 6 countries. It is spanned in these 6 countries. And which are those countries? It is India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, which is in the Tibet region, okay, and not the entire China, okay, the Tibet region, and Pakistan and Afghanistan. So it has stretches into this country, and we are going to study the part which is in our country, okay, the Himalayan part, the part of the Himalayas which is in our country, as in the map also I have shown you, isn't it? So known for extremely high altitudes, this Himalayan, okay, they are known for extremely very high altitudes. Many peaks are over 8,000 meters high, okay. You can see, you will find that mountain over there are very much high, and their peaks, most of the peaks of the mountain are almost 8,000 meters, okay, and that is also why we call these high peaks as 8,000ers, okay. So because of that, okay, these together, all these mountain together, all these peaks together, they are also known as high peaks, are also known as, or I'll call the 8,000ers, okay. And Mount Everest, it is the highest mountain in the world with a height of 8,848 meter, lies in the Himalayas, okay, in the Nepal and China border. So this lies in the Nepal and China border, and because of these Mount Everest also, there is always clash between Nepal and China, because China, it is claiming that it is in their part, Nepal, it is claiming that it is in their part, okay. So that's a different thing. So importance of the Himalayas. Now let us see importance of Himalaya, okay. So water source, and it is the water tower of Asia. Himalaya acts as like giant water tank, okay. How? Because it is covered with snow, it has glaciers, isn't it? See, glaciers and snow melt during summer and feed major rivers. So major rivers like Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra. So these 3 rivers are important, okay. You should know these, know their name, okay. And these are the 3 rivers which used to get their water from the Himalayan. When the glaciers and snow melt down, it runs down into this river Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra, okay. And this river supports drinking water, agriculture, irrigation, that is for irrigation purpose, and industry and hydroelectric power generation. So we can generate electricity from the force of the water, for like in different dams, by using special turbines and all, we can create this electricity, okay. We can generate electricity. So that is why it also included in hydroelectric power generation, okay. And this river sustains the life of hundreds of millions of people across the northern India and beyond. So because of this river, it has been, we need water, we need water to survive, isn't it? So these rivers, okay, these rivers have sustained thousands of, hundreds of millions of people across the northern India and beyond, and we are talking about the northern part, okay. And these rivers are also there in the northern area. So next we have religious and culture importance of Himalayan. That is, Himalayas are deeply woven into India's religious and cultural beliefs. So there are so many cultural beliefs, okay, in related with the Himalayans. So we are going to study about it now. Regarded as sacred, okay, in Hinduism and Buddhism and other religions. So these Himalayas, okay, these are been regarded as a very sacred, okay, in Hinduism, Buddhism and other religion, and dotted with ancient temples, monasteries and spiritual centers. You will find so many ancient temples are there, okay, and so many monasteries are there, especially in the Ladakh area, okay, and in the Himachal area also, and these are a spiritual center. There are so many spiritual center, and this attracts monks, saints and pilgrims from around the world. So this is the religious important, okay, religious and cultural important. Now next let us see about the Gaumukh and the Bhagirathi river, okay, the Gangotri, about the Gangotri glacier. A small information is given there in your book, isn't it? So let us highlight its point. Bhagirathi river, a tributary of the Ganga. So Bhagirathi is a tributary of the Ganga, okay, and begins from Gaumukh. Gaumukh meaning cow mouth. You can see the image in your book, okay, in Uttarakhand. This is in where? In Uttarakhand. And Gaumukh is the edge, okay, it is the edge of the Gangotri glacier, one of the largest in the Indian Himalayas. So Gaumukh, it is the one of the largest glaciers, okay, in the Indian Himalayas. And it is, why Indian Himalaya? Because we are learning about the portion of Himalaya which is in the India, okay. So that is why it is sacred site and popular destination for pilgrims and trekkers. So this is considered as a very sacred site, okay, and so many, and it is a very popular destinations for so many pilgrims. They used to come there, and also so many trekkers, okay, they used to come there. And the Ganga is considered sacred in Hinduism and begin its journey here. See, Ganga river also, it has been considered so much, very much sacred, isn't it, in according to Hinduism, and its journey, okay, its journey begins from where? From Gaumukh, okay. I hope this was clear. So now let us study about the formation of Himalayas. So about 250 million years ago, okay, India was a part of an ancient supercontinent called the Gondwana, located near Africa. See, where is India located today? India is located in the northern hemisphere, but before it was located in the southern hemisphere. See, if you have watched my class where I have taught about this, okay, in detail I have told you how India was a part of this Gondwana land. So here also little bit I'll tell you a little bit. Okay, here please try to understand. Say this is our earth, isn't it? And this is the equator here. Where is India today? India is somewhere here, isn't it? But before, okay, India was a part of this Gondwana land. This portion, okay, this whole portion, it was known as a Gondwana land. All right. So and here we have the South America, Africa, and India was also here, and Australia and Antarctica. And all together this whole land, what do we call? We call it as a Pangaea. About this in detail you will learn in your higher classes, okay, just for your understanding I'm telling. Just like this, we call this land as a Gondwana land, which has been mentioned in your book, okay. And this upper part was known as what? Laurasia. And in Laurasia you will find the North America and Eurasia Eurasia was there, okay. See, Laurasia, okay, Laurasia, okay, Laurasia. So this upper part, okay, this part was known as what? Laurasia. And there is a Eurasian plate over here, okay, over here there is a Eurasian plate. And this India, what happened, which it was in this Gondwana land before, okay, it slowly drifted towards the Laurasia, and it's finally collided with the Eurasian plate, okay. This is like the formation of about the Himalaya, okay. In short I have told you. So now let us see next here. Over time what happened, the Indian tectonic plates, okay, broke away and drifted northward. And around 50 million years ago it collided with Eurasian plate. So Eurasian plate, I hope you have understood where is the Eurasian plate now, isn't it? So around 50 million years, okay, this is quite a long time, but it has been believed that Himalayas are the youngest mountain if you compare with the Aravalli or the Deccan Plateau or other parts of India, okay. So this Himalayan are the most youngest one, because before there was no Himalaya, okay. In the map of the India you can see the image is also given there in your book, okay. So there was no Himalaya before, but slowly what happened when this Indian tectonic plate, see, it is today also it is moving, okay, we cannot feel it, but it is moving. So these plates, it broke away and it drifted towards the northward, otherwise it was in the southern hemisphere. All right, and this collision compressed and folded the land, and that the land, okay, where it has collided with the Eurasian plate, lifting it up like an wrinkled carpet, forming the Himalayas, okay. And that is why you can see the image of the folded layers of the Himalayan rock also given in your book. It has so many wrinkles in it, and it is so much rugged, okay, because it has been compressed and it has been folded when Indian tectonic plates drifted towards northward, and when it collided with the Eurasian plate. And even today, okay, India is still moving north at about 5 centimeter per year, and the Himalayan continues to rise by around 5 millimeter per year. See, even today India is still moving towards the north, okay, it is still pushing. So that is why the Himalayan, okay, their height is still growing like 5 millimeter per year. This is very small, but again so many million years afterwards, okay, again the heights will be different, again there will be different like the landscape will be little again different, okay. So here it is the image here. Say before, say this is the equator here, okay, this is the equator, and India was here before, okay. And you can see the shape of India because there was no Himalaya, so it was something like this, okay. And slowly what happens, so this is around 71 million years ago, okay. And again 55 million years ago it shifted here slowly towards the equator, okay. India was once again towards the equator, and after what happened again, it's drifted upwards, and slowly what happened, it is where is it today, it collided with the Eurasian plate here. So this is how the Himalayas has been formed, okay. This is a geological story. I hope it is clear. So now we are going to learn about the three major ranges of the Himalayas, okay. That is, the Himalayan range is divided into 3 parallel sub-ranges, each with a unique feature. So the first one is the Himadri, that is the greater Himalayas, and northernmost and highest range, okay. This is in the northernmost part, and it is the highest range, and it includes the tallest peak like the Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, okay. So you have to remember their names, okay. If you are asked which is the tallest peak of the Himalaya, what will be your answer? Your answer will be Mount Everest, okay, or Kanchenjunga. Mount Everest is the tallest one, okay, and it is not in India. Kanchenjunga is in India, and always snow covered with many glaciers, okay. You'll find this area, the Himadri, the greater Himalaya area, this is always with snow covered, and there are so many glaciers, and harsh climate, and very few human settlement. Why very few human settlement? Because the climate is very harsh and it is very difficult to settle over there, and it is a mountain area, the terrain are very rugged, isn't it? So it is quite difficult for a human to live in there, and difficult for vegetation to grow due to their altitude and the temperature, as the temperature is also freezing cold, isn't it? And because of high altitude, it is very much difficult for the agriculture, for vegetations to grow, okay. So that is why there are very few human settlement over there. And next is the Himachal, okay, second one, that is known as the Lesser Himalayas. All right, so Himachal here doesn't mean your Himachal state, okay. Lies south of Himadri with a moderate climate. You will find a moderate climate here. This is rich in biodiversity and human habitation is there. Why? Because the climate is moderate, biodiversity is there, fertile land is there, vegetation is possible, okay. So because of all that reason, you will find human habitation over there, and known for so many beautiful valleys and forest, like home to very popular hill stations like Simla, Mussoorie, Nainital, Darjeeling, okay. And rich soil and rainfall supports farming and tourism, and there is tourism as well. Farming is also possible because there is a rainfall and the soil is also rich, it is fertile, okay. So that is why there are so many human habitations over there. Next we have our Shivalik, that is the third one, that is the outer Himalayas, okay. So the Shivalik hills are also known as the outer Himalayas. They form the outermost and lowest range of the Himalayan mountain, okay. And these regions consist of rolling hills and dense forests. You'll find dense forests and rolling hills are there, okay. And these foothills are rich in wildlife, and they act as a transitional zone between the Himalayas and the Gangetic, that is northern plains. See, in the south of Himalaya, what is there? There is a Gangetic plains, and that will be our next topic also, isn't it? So this Shivalik, okay, it is acting as a transitional zone. Suppose here this is the Gangetic plain, let us suppose, okay, and this is the Himalaya. This is the Himalaya, okay. So this portion, okay, this portion is the Shivalik hills, okay, which is acting as a transitional zone. Down there it is a Gangetic plain, and if you move upward it is the mountain. So it is a transitional zone between the Himalayas and the Gangetic plain, which we also call northern plain. Okay, so next we have a small information about the traditional house, okay, traditional house in the Himalayas, which is Khat Kuni houses, okay. So traditional architecture in the western Himalayas, that is in the Himachal Pradesh, okay, known as Khat Kuni or Dhaji Diwari style. So this is the house, okay, which they used to have in the Himachal, okay. Not all the houses are like this, but this is a traditional house, okay. So made using local stones and wood, and they offer warmth in cold climate, okay, and stability during mild earthquake also. So these are being made by using the local stone which is available there, and wood. And why wood are being used? Because it makes the house warm. As it is very cold in this area, you will not find summer, isn't it? Even if you will find summer, it will be for a very short duration of time. So, and mostly what happened, it used to be cold. So in order to keep themselves warm, okay, they used to make houses in this way and using wood, all right. And these are also stable during mild earthquake also. And next, wildlife and biodiversity of Himachal, okay. The Himachal is a home to diverse flora and fauna. Flora means the plant life and fauna means the animal life, okay. And you can see the images which has been given in your textbook, okay. You please see the image. I have just mentioned the names here, okay. The Great Himalayan National Park is there in Himachal Pradesh, which has been declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, okay, by the UNESCO, and protected biodiversity and rare species are there, like snow leopard are there, Himalayan monal are there, state bird of Himachal, okay, and rhododendron plants are there, and these are being used to make traditional drinks, which is known as a sarbat also, okay. And local people depend on the natural produced and forest resources, all right. So now let us move towards the cold desert of India, that is in the Ladakh. So we have a cold desert in India, and where is it? It is in Ladakh. So I hope it is clear about the Himalayan, isn't it? So now let us move to the cold desert, okay, and we are also going to learn about the hot desert. And where is it? Thar, okay, in Rajasthan, especially in Rajasthan. So what is a cold desert? Unlike the usual image of a hot desert, cold desert, see, whenever you heard the word desert, what comes immediately in your mind? It comes like you used to think immediately, okay, desert, it is a hot place, isn't it? But it is not like that here, okay. So located at a very high altitudes, experience extremely cold winters in temperatures falling below minus 30 degrees Celsius. So these are located in the Himalaya only. Okay, this is in the a part of the Himalayas only. So that is why it is located in a very high altitudes. You will find mountains over here. Okay, usually in desert what we find? We find sand, isn't it? Sands are there. But here you will find mountains, high altitude mountains, and it is very, very cold. Okay, and the temperature falls up to minus 30 degrees Celsius also, and they receive very little rainfall. Okay, we will find very little rainfall here, and that is why life is little difficult and vegetation doesn't grow properly there. It is very dry. Okay, and Ladakh in northern India is an example of cold desert. So Ladakh, which is in the northern India, is an example of a cold desert. So how is the landscape and terrain of this cold desert? Okay, the landscape of Ladakh is rugged and barren. Okay, it is very much rugged and very much barren, means very dry. You will not be able to do farming there. Okay, agriculture is not at all possible. So filled with rocky mountains, deep valleys, and sparse vegetations. Okay, very few vegetation is been possible there. And there is a lake. Okay, famous lake is there, which is known as Pangong Sho. Sho means lake. Okay, it is a famous lake in Ladakh. The image is also given in your book. Known for its salty water, unlike most freshwater lakes. See, most freshwater lakes, what happens? It doesn't taste salty, but here this lake, okay, this Pangong Sho, it tastes very salty. Why? Because see, these Ladakh, okay, this terrain is also formed with the folding of the Himalaya. Okay, and what happens is that the mountains are being folded. Okay, when these Indian landmass collided, okay, with the Eurasian plate, these were also formed, and this folded portion of this Ladakh area, okay, it was a part of an ocean, and so the rock in this area are sandy. Okay, are largely made of largely sand and clay. So, and what happened in ocean? The ocean water are salty, isn't it? That is why this freshwater lake here, it is salty, because it gets the mineral dissolved from the around its mountain. So that is why it is salty. Okay, so saltiness come from the dissolved minerals in surrounding rocks, okay, because those rocks are all a part of the ocean before, isn't it? Ocean floor it was, so it all gets folded and it is now the Ladakh. Okay, and the land, this land of this Ladakh, okay, it resembles the surface of the moon, hence Ladakh is also called the moon land. Okay, so this is the reason why Ladakh is also called what? The moon land. So geological formation here. So this is what I have just told you before. Okay, the unique landscape was shaped by the collision between the India and the Eurasian plates. Okay, so when Himalayas were formed, this Ladakh, this region was also formed. Okay, and this caught folding of oceanic land. The oceanic land was being formed here. Okay, leading to creation of Himalayas and surrounding highlands. So this land is all oceanic land, especially this Ladakh area. Alright, so that is why you will find the freshwater lake of this Pangong Sho salty. Okay. The rocks in Ladakh are mainly made up of sand and clay, and erosion by wind and rain further shape the terrain. So the shape which you can see today, okay, it is the result of the erosion by the wind and the rain. Otherwise, when it was being formed, it might be of different shape, and slowly what happens with the shape that we are seeing today, it is all the result of the erosion by the wind and the rain. Okay, so how is the people there? Ladakhi people have adapted to very harsh condition. Okay, they have learned to live in a very harsh condition. Their life is very simple, and they live a very sustainable life. Okay, and use natural resources very wisely, and they are famous for hospitality, and Buddhist tradition is there. You will find so many monasteries, ancient monasteries are there, isn't it? And a very famous monk is also there. Who is he? He is Dalai Lama, isn't it? He is also from Ladakh. An important cultural festivals which is celebrated here in Ladakh is the Losar festival, okay, which is the New Year celebration of them. Okay, and the Hamis festival, this is the largest religious festival in Ladakh. Okay, so this is about some few informations about the life and the people of Ladakh. Okay, and animals and livelihood, you'll find yaks there. Okay, yaks are very vital for daily life, and image is also given there. Okay, provide milk, meat, wool, and dung, used for transport as well. Okay, across the rugged terrain. And other wildlife species which are found there is a snow leopard, ibex, okay, and Tibetan antelope. So these are the animals which are found there in the Ladakh. Okay, and spiritual and cultural heritage, you'll find Ladakh is known for its ancient monasteries perched on the hills, like I have told you. Okay, you will find so many monasteries over there. Okay, ancient monasteries, and they have a strong influence of the Tibetan Buddhism. Okay, because it is near the Tibet, isn't it? So that is why there is a strong influence of Tibetan Buddhism. and a peaceful and spiritual environment that attracts visitors from all over the world. And this environment, this area is very much peaceful, okay, and very much spiritual as well. So that is why it attracts so many visitors from all over the world. So this is the Tarrant of the Ladakh, okay, that is why it has been compared with the moon, okay, it has been set a moon land, because in moon also you will find such a Tarrant, okay, the similar Tarrant is there. And this is the picture of the yaks, okay, and why they are important I have already explained you, okay, I hope, and this is clear as well. You can see the image in your book, okay, it is given in your book as well. And this is the image of the Pangong Show lake, okay, see, it is very beautiful, isn't it? So lakes has a salty water, okay, unlike most of the other lakes, and the saltiness is a result of the mineral that dissolve from the surrounding mountain area. We have already learned, isn't it? So now let us move to the Gangetic Plains. So let us see about the Gangetic Plains now. So the location and overview, the Gangetic Plain lies south of the Himalayas, okay, southern part of the Himalayas, and stretches across in which stage it is present? Northern and eastern India, okay, and the parts of Pakistan and Bangladesh, Indus and Brahmaputra plains, okay. So this is the Gangetic Plain, okay, which lies in the south of the Himalayas, okay, and stretches across the northern and eastern India, and there you will find a parts of it in the Pakistan and Bangladesh as well, okay, Indus and Brahmaputra. In Pakistan it is the Indus is there, and in Bangladesh you will find the Brahmaputra plains. Alright, known as one of the most fertile and densely populated region in the world. So this is one of the most fertile, and why it has been fertile? Because it gets so much minerals, okay, the soils are so much enriched because of the flowing rivers, especially the Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus, okay. Because of that, these lands are very much fertile, and it is densely populated, okay, these areas densely populated, because as it is fertile, we can do farming, isn't it? Agriculture is possible there, and these are also known as what? Northern plains of India, the Gangetic Plains or the northern plains of India, okay. So now let us see about this Gangetic Plains. River and fertility. Formed and nourished by three major river system, that is the Ganga, Indus and the Brahmaputra, okay, and these rivers originates in the Himalayas, okay, all these rivers, okay, these three rivers originates in the Himalayas only, okay, and carry mineral rich alluvial fine fertile soil. That is why it has been very fertile and very densely populated, all right. And their tributaries form a vast network enriching the land and making it ideal for farming, irrigation, drinking water and industrial use, okay. So their tributaries, what are the tributaries of Indus? You can mention in the comment section, okay, we have already learned this one. So the tributaries of Ganga, just before we have learned, isn't it, the Bhagirathi river, and so all these rivers along with their tributaries, okay, they form a very vast network and enrich this land, this area, and making it very much ideal for farming, irrigation, that is for agriculture, isn't it? Well, you need water for agriculture, isn't it? So irrigation purpose for drinking water and industrial use, okay. And agriculture importance, what is the agriculture importance there? The plains are highly fertile due to regular flooding and silt deposition, okay. So I have made here according to, like, I have made some subheadings and their points, okay, so that it will be easier for you to revise during the exam, okay. So that is why I have made like agriculture importance, river, fertility, like that, okay, in that point way. So these plains are highly fertile due to their regular flooding and silt deposition, support multiple cropping and diverse agriculture, okay. You can see here multiple cropping means you will find in one area only, okay, you'll find so many crops are being grown and very diverse agriculture. You will find all type of fruits and vegetables grown in this area because the land is very much fertile. And rice, wheat, sugarcane, pulses, vegetables, fruits, etc. Okay, all things you can find here, and referred to as the food bowl of India also. Okay, this area as it is very much fertile. So this is some of the image, okay, of the modern agriculture practice in the plains. This is the aerial view of Delhi with the river Yamuna on the top right, and this is the multi-cropping in the Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and here some women, some village women, rural women working in a paddy field in the West Bengal. You can see this image in your book as well. Okay, and other benefits of river here, besides irrigations, okay, rivers are being used for hydroelectric power generation. So remember hydroelectric power generation, isn't it? Like from where we can generate electricity from the force of the water. Okay, and for domestic and industrial water supply and inland water transport. Okay, like you are using water transport like ship and all, isn't it? So for that purpose also. See here, you can see two modes of transport here. One is railway and another is water transport, waterways, isn't it? So in this way, inland water transport also we can use. Okay, and culturals and religious practice and population and settlement. If you talk about the population, due to flat terrain and fertile soil, the area is plain. Okay, flat means plain. There are no mountains or nothing like that, like in the case of Himalaya, because in the mountain area you will find there is very poor connectivity of roads. Okay, why? Because it is very difficult to build roads on the mountains. Especially you will see that even today, okay, our railway lines are not being able to connect to the some of the states of the northeast state, like the Manipur, Nagaland. Why? Because the area there, okay, the terrain there is mountain area, okay, it is not flat, and it is very much difficult to build such railway tracks or like roadways are there, but roads are also not that very much good. Okay, so railway tracks are not in. Because of that, what happened, we used to always travel by what, airways, and it makes us very difficult also, isn't it? Because it is very costly as well. So that is why it is not very densely populated in that area. But here in the Gangetic plains, it is a flat terrain and with a very fertile soil. You will find a high population over there, okay, living in these area only. A large part of India's population lives in this region, so that is the reason, okay, why a large part of population live in this region, and homes to major cities like Delhi, Kolkata, Lucknow, Varanasi, Patna and Allahabad, which is now known as Prayagraj. Okay, and what was held in Prayagraj recently? Which Mela? Can you write down in the comment section? Support dense rural and urban settlements. So here you'll find there are dense, okay, very much heavy, okay, heavy settlement, heavy population is there, okay, both village and city. Okay, rural means village and urban means city. So transport and connectivity. What about transport? The flat lands allow for excellent road and railway network. So this is what I was talking about, isn't it? It has very excellent roads and railway network, and that is why whatever you have, if you want to export anything, your agriculture products or anything, as the lands are very much fertile, you can produce anything in abundance, isn't it? And with that, you can export in other countries, and because of this excellent roads and railway networks and waterways also, you can export your things anywhere in India. Okay, and efficient transports of goods and people. So because of that, you can transport goods and also people. Okay, they can travel freely without costing them very heavy. Rivers have been used for trade and travel for millennia. So these rivers, okay, this has been used like the Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra, as we are talking about the Gangetic plains. So these three rivers are there. Okay, so they are being used for trading purpose and for traveling for millennia, means from millions and billion years ago, okay, from before, and especially the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. Okay, and cultural and religious significance, many Indian rivers are named after goddesses. You will find that Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, okay, seen as a divine mothers. And what about the Brahmaputra? It is an exception. Why? Because Brahmaputra means son of Brahma, isn't it? So name means son of Brahma. So uniquely it increased its volume during summer. See, one more thing, okay, one most interesting thing, this Brahmaputra, okay, during summer, instead of drying, so river usually gets dry during the summer season, isn't it? I hope you have also observed that thing. But this Brahmaputra, during this summer, it, instead of drying up, it becomes more giant and more big. Why? Because due to snow melt, unlike most river that shrink. Because in this Brahmaputra, you will find the glaciers from the Himalayas are melting and flowing it okay, directly, and apart from that, it used to run very heavily in this area. Okay, so what happens, that is why this river becomes very giant. Okay, so this is the interesting fact here. The Brahmaputra unusual summer swelling is due to melting of Himalayan glaciers and heavy rainfall in its catchment area in Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Okay, so this is the reason why Brahmaputra river is getting bigger, it is swelling in summer. Okay, so there is a question there, isn't it? The answer you can write this one. The Great Indian Desert. Now let us move to Thar Desert. From Gangetic plain where we have moved, now toward the western side, okay, that is in the Thar Desert. So location and overview. So this is the desert, okay, a picture of the sand dunes here, okay, a traveler traveling in the sand dunes here. So located in the northwestern part of India, spread across Rajasthan, major portion is there, and parts of Gujarat, Punjab and Haryana. So you can see this Thar Desert, a major portion it is in Rajasthan. When we say desert, which state comes in our mind? Rajasthan, because it major portion is there only. Okay, and but apart from that, you will find this Thar Desert in parts of Gujarat, in Punjab and as well as Haryana. All right, and appears yellowish on map due to vast stretch of sand and dew. So when you see the map on in this area, it will be appear yellowish. Why? Because of the vast stretch of sand and dunes. You will find so many sand dunes there. Okay, sand dunes means small mountains, okay, which are been formed by sand. So known for its golden dunes, rugged terrains and white open sky. Why white open sky? Because it is a flat area, plain area, as well as there are no mountains and only sands and sands are there, isn't it? Everywhere you will find only sands, so that is why it is a white open sky. So geographical feature, arid region, very dry region and very low rainfall, okay. And sand dunes are common landform there, like formed by wind action, shaping sand into hill like structure. The image which I have just shown you before, you can see the image in your book as well, okay. So due to wind, okay, due to the direction of wind, what happened, these sand dunes are formed, which takes the shape of a hill, just like hill, okay, hill structure. And these dunes, okay, they can rise up to 150 meter in heights, okay, and they act as a natural barrier. Because why? Harsh desert condition limits movement of people and animals, because during the daytime it is very hot, okay. So because of that, what happened, there are very few movement. Again during the night it is cold. Why? Because the sand, they get hot during the daytime and again they get cold during the winter. And see, this is the climate, extremely hot during the day and very cold at night. Dry climate with intense heat and almost no humidity. So here you will find dry climate, very hot during the daytime and very cold during the night. Why it is cold during the night? Because it is all sand, isn't it? And sand used to cool off very easily. So what happens, at night they used to be cool down, okay, they used to cool down, and during the daytime again it used to be hot, okay. And you will have a dry climate there with intense heat and almost no humidity. So again, water is very scarce there, making survival very difficult, okay. And people and lifestyle over there, their inhabitants have adapted to desert life, okay. See, we used to adapt with the place where we live. So people over there, they might be adapted according to the environment, according to the availability of resources, isn't it? So inhabitants, these people have adapted to the desert life, like they used to wear light, loose cotton clothes, eat dry and preserved food because agriculture is not possible, isn't it? And build mud or stone house that stay cool in summer, and simple lifestyle shaped by the harsh environment, okay. And water scarcity and conservation. So water is very precious and very hard to access, and women used to travel long distance, okay, to fetch water daily. And traditional practice like this cleaning of utensil, okay, using sand to save water. See what happened, in order to save water, they used to clean the utensil using sands, okay. So this is a traditional practice, and only to rinse they will use a little amount of water, okay, and this water is used for rinsing, and again this water is being again reused for watering plants. So this is how they are saving water, because they know the value of water. So you also please don't waste water, don't keep your taps open, okay. If you find any taps are open or leaking, please tight it as soon as possible, okay. So because the water is very much scarce, people there are going very far away, women are going long distance in that very hot sunny weather, isn't it? It is usually very hot during the daytime, so in that scorching heat they used to go and they used to fetch water. So how difficult it is for them, isn't it? So see here, they are going there, isn't it, fetching waters, carrying in their head, by lake they are going, isn't it, by walking they are going, and it will be very hot. So here you can see another image of how rain water has been harvested, means have been stored, okay, in a structure of hamlet. And you will find innovative water conservation method also there, okay, like tanka and cones, okay. Especially rainwater harvesting system is there, using this tanka or cones, and they store water for drinking and household use, and built in homes or in community space. So these are built sometime in homes or sometimes or in the community space. So this was about the desert, okay. So this reflects local wisdom and adaptation to the environment. So this is the image of the Jaisalmer city, which is also known as the Golden City, located in the middle of the Thar Desert in India. And this Jaisalmer fort is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, okay. So this is also been declared as a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. Next we have Aravalli Hills. So now let us go to the Aravalli Hills. So now see, we have learned Himalayas, and from the Himalayan we have moved to the Gangetic Plains, and from the Gangetic Plains we moved to the cold desert of Ladakh, and from that cold desert of Ladakh now we are again moving into the hot desert. We have learned about the hot desert, isn't it? Now after learning about the hot desert, now let us move towards the Aravalli Hills. So and all in these things, and in all these different places you find different landscape, isn't it? So that is why we have diversity, okay, geographical diversity. So the Aravalli Hills lie east of the Thar Desert, okay, forming a natural boundary. So how this is forming a natural boundary? If there were no Aravalli Hills, okay, suppose if there were no Aravalli Hills, then the desert will expand in more of the other states, okay. And because of this Aravalli Hills, it has it has just stopped, okay, the sands, okay, the sand dunes to spread further. Okay, so that is why this is a natural barrier. Okay. So among the oldest mountain ranges in the world, so these Aravalli Hills is one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world, estimated to be 2.5 billion years old. Like the Himalayan are the Yangful mountains, isn't it? But like in these Aravalli Hills, they are suppose they are been one of the oldest mountain ranges, okay, in the world itself, and they stretches across 4 Indian states, that is Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana and Delhi. Okay. And elevation and geography, the ranges includes many ridges and very low lying hills are there. Okay. And apart from that, there is a highest peak which is Mount Abu, and its meter is 1700 meters. So if you compare with the Himalaya, they were 8,000 years. That means most of the peaks were more than 8,000, isn't it? But here the highest peak, which is the Mount Abu, it is 1700 meters. Okay. And most other hills ranges between 300 to 900 meters. So other hills, okay, you'll find the ranges from 300 to 900 meter ranges. So here there is a Kumbal fort. Okay, about this we will learn afterwards. Okay, and this fort is been surrounded by the Aravalli. Okay, and this location, it is in the hill, proved to be an excellent deterrent to the enemy, because see, during that time, during olden time, okay, especially during the olden time, during the kingdom time, what happened, different kings used to capture the others territory, isn't it? So in order to make their territory safe, they used to build such forts. Okay, and this acts as a very excellent deterrent towards the enemy. Okay. So again, see, a short trip of 4.5 hours drive from Mount Abu to Jodhpur. Okay, if you go from Mount Abu to Jodhpur, it will take around only 4.5 hours. Highlights a dramatic shift in geography from green hills to desert. So if you drive from Mount Abu to Jodhpur, what you will highlight? A different landscape. Okay, different geography there. That is from green hills, that is from Mount Abu, which is a very green, isn't it? Greenery hills. You will go to the desert. So isn't it very fascinating, isn't it? So that is why India is a diverse country in geographically also. Okay. So roles as a natural barrier. So I was telling you about these things, explaining, isn't it? Like acts as a climatic and geographical shield. How? See, it prevents the Thar desert, okay, from spreading further eastward. It is acting as a wall, okay, and also influence the rainfall patterns and climate in the northwestern in India. So about if we talk about the minerals and wealth, these are rich in valuable minerals and rocks, including marble, granite, zinc, copper, okay, and has been a mining hub for centuries. So there are so many mining hub here, okay, and Zawar mines, okay, one of the oldest one, which is in Rajasthan, one of the oldest zinc mine in the world, okay, and it has been believed that Indians were the first in the world to master the delicate process of extraction of zinc also, and Indians were pioneers in extracting zinc over 800 years ago. So historical and cultural significance, we can see that the Aravalli Hills are home to iconic forts like the Kumbal forts, which we have just seen before, isn't it, which are strategic defensive value due to their hilltop locations, and like Chittorgarh Fort, Kumbalgarh Fort, Ranthambore Fort, okay. So all these forts were being made, okay, in order to protect their area from the enemy, and as it is on the hilltop, so it was a plus point for them. So these forts highlights India's rich architectural and military history. So this, if you see the designs of these forts, okay, these are very much inspiring and very much beautiful. So it highlights the rich architectural and military history as well, okay. So the Aravallis are not only geologically ancient, okay, but also culturally, historically and ecologically significant as well, important as well, okay, because they shape the landscape, influence the climate, support biodiversity, and holds so many rich mineral deposits with them. So that was all about Aravalli Hills. I hope it is clear. Now let us move to the peninsular plateau, okay. See, peninsular plateau is especially in this portion. This is down part of our map, okay, Indian map. So in this portion you will find this peninsular plateau. And what is this peninsular? Land which has been surrounded by water on all three sides: Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, okay. Plateau means a raised platform which is flat surface, tabletop surface. Like mountain, it is of this shape, but plateaus are of this shape, okay, mostly. So now let us see. A plateau is a landform that rises above the surrounding lands and has a flat and gently sloped surface on the top. And you'll find so many waterfalls here in these plateaus, okay. and often features steep sides or edges. So the features are very steep sides or their edges. Okay. And location and structure, India has many plateaus, but the peninsular plateau is the largest and the most significant. India has so many plateaus, okay, but the largest among all is the peninsular plateau, which is known as the Deccan Plateau also. Okay, lies in the middle and southern part of the country, and called the peninsular plateau because it is surrounded by water on three sides, as I have shown you also, isn't it? Like Arabian Sea on the west side, Bay of Bengal in the east side, and Indian Ocean on the south, and it's shaped like a triangle. It is one of the oldest landform in the India. Okay, so it is shaped like a triangle, and it is also one of the oldest landform in India. So bordering mountain ranges here in this peninsular plateau are the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. Okay, so Western Ghats are taller and run along the west coast and appears like a wall, especially during monsoon, and numerous waterfalls flow down these slopes. Okay, and also known as the Sahyadri Hills in the north. See about these Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Okay, what you need to know, you need to know that, see, I'll just draw this map again. Okay, the down part, here you will find the Western Ghats. Okay, here, but these Western Ghats are little narrow. Okay, if you have observed in the physical map also, okay, it is little narrow, Western Ghats, and Eastern Ghats are little broader as compared to Western Ghats, and these are long and continuous. Okay, this you will find, since India's map, this side is something like this, isn't it? So it is not continuous, it is broken into pieces, and you find so many broken hills here, means which is not a continuous hill ranges, but here you will find a continuous hill range. Okay, and this northern part, okay, you will, it is also known as the Sahyadri Hills. Okay, so, and this has also been declared as World Heritage Site by the UNESCO for its rich biodiversity. And about the Eastern Ghats, lower and more broken than the Western Ghats, as I have told you. Okay, and found along the eastern coast. Okay, eastern coastline, eastern side, and have gentle slopes and are less continuous. Means less continuous means, see, it is somewhat like this. Okay, and Western Ghats are like this, continuous. So that is why these are less continuous. Okay. So the Deccan Plateau, now let's see, lies between the Western and the Eastern Ghats. So in one side, in the western part, we have the Western Ghats, and in the eastern side, we have the Eastern Ghats, and in the middle, we have this Deccan Plateau in this shape like this. Okay, and comprise flat highlands that tilt slightly eastward. Okay, it has been tilted slightly towards the eastern side and influencing the direction of the river flow. So as it is tilted towards the eastern side, what happens? The rivers, okay, the rivers there will drain them in the Bay of Bengal, because in the eastern side, what do we have? We have the Bay of Bengal, the Bay of Bengal Sea, isn't it? And what are the important rivers here? We'll see about them also. Okay, and formed from ancient lava flow. These plateau, okay, these are formed from the ancient lava flow, making it rich in black soil, suitable for cotton farming. So cotton can grow very well in black soil, isn't it? So that is why these are so much suitable for cotton farming. So important rivers here, see, here you can see it is tilted. So this Godavari, Krishna, Mahanadi, Kaveri, these are the major rivers which are draining itself in the eastern side, it is in the Bay of Bengal, and there are two rivers, that is Narmada and Tapti, which is draining in the west. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn now. So major east flowing rivers drain into the Bay of Bengal, like Krishna, Mahanadi, Kaveri. You can write Godavari also here. Okay, and next we have again important west flowing rivers drains into Arabian Sea, that is the Narmada and the Tapti. This one, Narmada and Tapti. Okay, this is the east flowing river, and here you can see Ganga is also east flowing river, Brahmaputra is also east flowing river. Okay, so, and here Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, most of the rivers are east flowing. Only two rivers, that is the Narmada and Tapti, they flows towards the west. And here you can see Indus, and you can see the tributaries I was asking you, isn't it? So these are their tributaries, Jhelum, Ravi, Sutlej, Chenab. Okay, so here Ganga river is here, Yamuna river is also here, it is also flowing towards the eastern side, isn't it? So rivers provide water for farming. These rivers which you are talking about, the Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari, okay, and especially we are talking about the southern portion, so that is why these Mahanadis not been mentioned there. Okay, so Krishna, Kaveri and Godavari. So water for farming, hydroelectric power, supports for industries, transport and livelihoods to so many millions, isn't it? Just like the Brahmaputra, Ganga and Indus, these rivers are again important source in the southern portion of India, that is the Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri. Okay, and these are rich in mineral like coal, iron, manganese, bauxite, okay, in forest home to wildlife and biodiversity, fertile soil in certain parts, okay, and they plays a very key role in India's economic, especially in mining, forestry, agriculture and hydropowers. Okay, they shape the Indian economy, especially from the forest sector. That is, there are so many mining centers are there, mining hub, isn't it? Forestry is there, dense forests are there, agriculture is rich, hydropower, okay. So these are the four sector. So, and you will also find so many tribal communities living there, okay. Plateaus forests are inhabitants by many tribal groups such as Santhal, Gond, Baiga, Bhil, Korku, okay, and these tribes live close to nature, follow traditional lifestyle, have very unique language, festival and crafts. See, tribal people, they have a very unique language, their food culture is very different, their dressing is different, their festivals are different, their arts and crafts are different, isn't it? And now states with large tribal populations are Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, West Bengal, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana and Gujarat, okay. Apart from this, there are tribals are also in other parts of the states also, okay, but here you will find the majority population, okay. And waterfalls of the plateaus. So many river flows over uneven rocky landforms, creating beautiful waterfalls. So there are so many waterfalls, okay. This plateau, beautiful waterfalls are there, and one of it is given in your book also, isn't it, which is in Kerala, Munnar, isn't it? The image is there, you can see in your book. And these waterfalls are important for tourism, irrigation and again hydroelectric power. See, when water comes, okay, irrigation will always be there and hydroelectric power will always be there, and it will support the peoples also. But as these waterfalls are very much beautiful to watch also, here tourism is also there, okay. So the Peninsula Plateau is one of the India's most ancient and stable land masses, okay, and it combines natural beauty, rich biodiversity and economic value. So you will find all these things here, okay, and homes to many rivers, tribes, minerals, cultural diversity. So that was about the Peninsula Plateau. Next, let us see about the Indian amazing coastline, the western coastline and the eastern coastline, okay. So India has coastline over 7,500 meter long. So this western coastline and eastern coastline, okay. About this we are going to just see now these coastal lines, okay. Features like golden beaches are there, rocky cliffs are there, green forest, coral reefs are there and island jungles are there, okay. You'll find all these things in this India's amazing coastline, okay, like surrounded by Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east and Indian Ocean in the south. And west coast of India extends from Gujarat to Kerala, okay. If you see the map, you will be able to find it from Gujarat, it extends from Gujarat till Kerala, okay, and passing through the state Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka. And these rivers here are mostly short and fast, okay, and they originates in the Western Ghats and they form estuaries. So in the Western Ghats, okay, you will see that they form estuaries. So what are estuaries? Let us see about it, okay. So see, estuary, see here, it is a semi-enclosed body of water where fresh water from the river and stream mix with salt water from the ocean. See, this is the sea here, okay, this is the sea water here and this is the fresh water coming here. See, fresh water, it is not salty at all, isn't it? It is fresh. But sea water, what you find, ocean water, it is salty. So here this portion, okay, where this river water is coming here, fresh water and sea water is there, the mixing area, a portion is there where this fresh water will be mixed with this sea water. So that portion, it is known as this estuary, okay. And you will find estuaries in Western Ghats and deltas in the Eastern Ghats, okay. We'll study about that also. And see here, landforms, you will find coops, creeks and estuaries, okay. Example, the Narmada and Tapti. So these are the two major river here, isn't it, and known for natural harbors. Important ports and cities are there, ancient trade activity is there, okay. Important ports and trading is there. You will find so many important cities where trading is been done, okay, through those cities in the western coast. So now let us see about the east coast of India, okay, that is the Eastern Ghat, okay, lies between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. It lies between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal, this coastline. See, this is the coastline. Here you will find the Eastern Ghats and here is the Bay of Bengal. So it is in the between, okay, this line. And this stretches from the Ganga Delta to Kanyakumari, from the Ganga Delta to the Kanyakumari. So what is this delta? See, Here you can see this image, isn't it? First let us read the definition and I'll make you understand. A delta is a landform created by the deposition of sediments carried by a river as it flows into a larger body of water such as lake, sea or another river. See, when a river is flowing, okay, see, suppose this is a river coming, flowing, and this is the sea here, okay, and when this river is coming here, when it is flowing, it is flowing in full force, but when it is about to reach this sea, okay, it will be divided into so many streams, okay, because the force is been slowed down, okay, just like this. See, so many streams are here, you can see that, you can see these things, isn't it? These are all streams, okay, these are all streams creating so many streams, and in these streams in between you will find land here, this black portion, these are very much fertile and these are known as delta, okay. I hope this is clear. And rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri form large deltas, okay. You will find so many deltas there, so many plain area are there in between this river, and these plain area are very much fertile also because they get all the richer depositions from the river, okay, minerals and depositions, and landforms like White Plains, it is more wider, okay, deltas are there, and lagoons are there, lagoons also will understand, okay, and like Chilika Lake and Pulicat Lake, okay, example, these are examples of lagoons. So lagoon is a shallow body of water that is separated from a larger body of water like an ocean or a lake by natural barriers such as reef, sandbar or a barrier island. See, in a sea portion, this is a large sea, but you can see there is a separate here, so this is known as lagoon. It has been separated by what? By sometimes the natural barriers such as reef, sandbar or barrier islands, isn't it? So these form, this is again cut from this larger area, the sea, isn't it? So this cut portion, okay, this portion is known as what? Lagoons, okay. I hope this is clear. And here land is very much fertile, okay, and ideal for farming due to sediment deposition at river mouth. So this is what I was talking about, deltas are very much fertile, okay. So here the key difference, let us see about the west coast and the east coast, okay. Rivers short and they form mostly estuaries, and the eastern coast the rivers are longer and they form delta, okay. Eastern coast delta, western coast estuaries, okay. And how is the terrain? The western coast, okay, it is narrow and very stiff, and eastern coast they are wide and flat. This is the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat we are talking about it, okay. And water bodies, you can see estuaries and creeks are there, and here deltas and lagoons, okay. And here agriculture less fertile, and this is highly fertile due to alluvial soil, okay. So this is the key difference between the west coast and the east coast. Now Indian islands, now let us move our journey to islands, okay. So these Indian islands are located in the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengals, okay. And especially we have two major islands about which we are going to learn, that is the Lakshadweep Island and the Andaman and Nicobar Island. So two major islands, Lakshadweep Island and Andaman Nicobar Island, which is Lakshadweep Island is in the Arabian Sea and Andaman and Nicobar Island is in the Bay of Bengal, okay. And these islands are known for coral reefs, volcanoes, okay, and unique wildlife, beautiful beaches are there, and ancient tribal populations are living there for thousands of years. Especially in the Andaman and Nicobar Island, you will find so many ancient tribal populations, and they are still on their like they have not entered into the developmental phase, okay. They are still living very traditionally, okay, by wearing the traditional clothes and not mingling with other peoples, okay. You will find such tribal peoples are also there still today, okay. So this is the coral reefs in the Lakshadweep Island here, this side, and this another side in the right hand side is the coral reef in the Andaman Island, okay. Now let us see about the Lakshadweep Island, an archipelago of 36 coral island. Archipelago means a group of island, okay, in the Arabian Sea and near Kerala. It is near the Kerala. If you say Kerala and Lakshadweep are nearer, okay, and made entirely of coral atolls and reef, and only a few islands are inhabited, okay. You will find few human settlements are there, not all the islands are being settled by humans, okay. And importance for fishing, marine resource exploration and environmental protections. So this is the importance of the Lakshadweep Island. Next we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, okay. So there are over 500 volcanic islands, and they are divided into Andaman Islands and Nicobar Islands, okay. Again, this has been divided into Andaman and Nicobar differently, and there are more than 500 islands, okay, and these are all volcanic islands, okay. And strategically important, they act as an Indian maritime outpost and rich in flora and fauna, plant life, animal life, okay, and marine biodiversity. Historical importance, if you talk about historical importance there, okay, they have they have been significant historical importance, okay, like many of our freedom fighters were being jailed, okay, there under very severe conditions. So in a prison complex called the cellular jail in Andaman, and was used to imprison freedom fighters during Britishers rule. So that is why, see, if they have not fighting for us today, we will not be a free country, will not be able to call a free country. So because of this spirit, because of their sacrifices, where are we today? We are living in a free country. So we should be always thanking them, okay. That is why this cellular jail has been preserved, okay, to remind ourselves of our forefathers. So the jail is now a traditional memorial. So, and there, okay, an aerial view of the active volcano on Barren Island. So this is only one in India, okay. The only one active volcano which is there in India is the Barren Island, which is in the Andaman and Nicobar, okay. So now let us see the key differences here, okay. Feature, location, type, number of island, key factors and inhabited. So in Lakshadweep, we have it is in the Arabian Sea, Andaman is in the Bay of Bengal, type here coral island, and this is volcanic island. Number of island here is 36, but here 500 plus, okay. And key factor, fishing and coral reefs, here biodiversity, cellular jail, tribes are there, okay. And inhabitants, here very few islands, and here several inhabited island, means you will find more human settlement there, because of course, see, more islands are there, isn't, so many islands are there, so you will find so many humans have been settled there, okay. So next, let us see about the delta in the West Bengal and the Sundarban. See, I hope the delta is clear, isn't it? So let us see some important points here, okay. Location information, the Sundarbans are located in the delta region formed by the Ganga, Brahmaputra and their tributaries, okay, the Sundarbans, which is near the Bangladesh, okay, and situated in the eastern part of India near the West Bengal and extend into Bangladesh. So it is near the West Bengal and extends up to Bangladesh, and it is the largest delta in the world where river, sea and land meet and merge. So this is the largest delta and in the world where river, sea and land all meet and merge together, okay. And geographical significance, this is an again World Heritage Site, okay, UNESCO World Heritage Site. The reason is unique ecosystem combining of tidal rivers are there, mud flats are there, mangrove forests are there, see like this, okay, mangrove of the delta in the Sundarbans of West Bengal. And the delta is a natural shield that help protect inland areas, okay, from cyclones and tidal surge. So this delta, okay, this is protecting the other areas, the inland areas, okay, from the cyclones and the tidal surge. And if we talk about biodiversity, the Sundarbans are famous for the Royal Bengal tiger, okay, and various species of crocodile, dolphin, birds and mangrove trees are found over there, okay. So here little bit I have summarized here in the form of table, okay. So feature, located, these Sundarbans are located in West Bengal, in India and in Bangladesh, okay, and these are formed by Ganga, Brahmaputra river and their tributaries. Known for mangrove, delta ecosystem and wildlife. Famous animal, Royal Bengal tiger. Special status, UNESCO World Heritage Site. So if you remember this point, it will be enough for your exam as well, okay. So next we have the hills of the northeast, okay. This is your last topic and we are about to complete your summary, okay. So these are located in the northeastern part of India, okay, parts of the Meghalayan plateau, okay. We'll now go to Meghalaya, okay. And what is the capital of Meghalaya? Shillong, okay. Major hill ranges, Garo Hills, Khasi Hills and Jente Hills, okay. And these hills are marked by very lush greenery, rich biodiversity and scenic beauty, okay. These are very much beautiful and you will find so many greenery, dense forests are there, and the greenery over there is, okay, it is somewhat breathtaking, and it is very much beautiful, okay. You will find blue sky, no pollution is there, okay, and you will find so many beautiful waterfalls, especially during the monsoon season, okay. And if you talk about the climate and landscape, the region are receive one of the highest rainfall in the world. So in this region, before it was Cherrapunji, now it has been shifted to Mausindaram, okay. So it is one of the region where it gets the highest rainfall in all the world. So just imagine this one, it is an interesting fact, isn't it? And this place is in India, and this is known for dense forest, fertile land and spectacular waterfalls. And Molingnong village, okay, here you will find the root bridge, okay, located in the East Khasi Hill, Meghalaya, and recognized as the cleanest village in Asia. So this village has been got a recognition as the cleanest village in Asia, and it is, yes, very much clean. I have also visited there, okay, and it is very clean, and you will find the people are very friendly, okay, and they are all together working, okay, the community are together working to make their environment very clean. And tourism family as well, you will find so many homestay there, okay, they welcome you warmly. And the features there is the bamboo dustbin. You'll find such a dustbin in this shape like this, made of bamboo, okay. So these are eco-friendly as well, isn't it? And eco-friendly habits are there. Community driven cleanliness, so community as a whole, they will clean their area, okay, they don't depend on others. All the workers, okay, they themselves clean their area. So there is a living root bridge which is very famous here, see, okay, this one. So a unique natural feature of the region. And see, you can stand here also, okay, you can stand here, you can go there, and it is very much strong and sturdy, okay. So this has been weaved, okay, by their local tribals there in the northeast. And this is created by weaving tree roots over many years, okay. So it has been created by weaving the tree roots over many years. And these natural bridge are very strong, flexible, and environmentally sustainable, okay. These are very much strong, flexible as well, and environmentally very much sustainable, means even the future generation will also be able to see, okay. It is not harming anyone there. So if we summarize this one, hill ranges, the hills of northeast, there we have the Garo, Khasi, and Jayanta hills. State, it is in Meghalaya. Climate, heavy rainfall, isn't it? And notable village here is the Molingnong village, which is the cleanest village in Asia. And unique feature, we have the living root bridge, okay. So these are some of the highlights of these hills of the northeast, okay. So I hope this is clear. So with this we have completed our summary here, okay. I hope you like the summary. If you like, please kindly hit the like button and share this class with your friends as well, with your classmates, okay, and tell them also to subscribe, and you also subscribe if you haven't subscribed till now. And thank you everyone for listening to me till now, and all of you have a very nice day ahead.